Okay. Who are you?
My name is Holden Milton. I am a sophomore here at Linden Institute.
Okay. And so this is your second J term.
Yes.
You had last
yes.
year too, right? All right. So what are you doing during J term? What is give me the overview first.
Sure. There are 4 blocks a day, A, B, C, D. For my first 2 blocks, I'm doing an internship at Corner Medical, partnered with NVRH for PT.
Physical therapy?
Yes, physical
Okay.
therapy, yeah. And I myself am very interested in pursuing the career path of PT, and it's such an awesome opportunity for me to be able to go hang out at a PT firm for 2 weeks and kind of get a feel for it, and it's just awesome.
Okay, let's talk about we'll get more back into it. But
Okay.
So tell about the other 2 classes you're doing.
So the other 2 classes, C block, I'm taking a class called It's All About Time, and it's pretty straightforward. It's about time and just the concept of it, and it's pretty interesting. I like it a lot.
Oh, cool. All right. What's the last class?
And the last class I'm taking is Fat Biking in the Economy, and every Tuesday, Thursday, we go out for a fat bike ride on our local Kingdom trails. It's awesome, great conditions, and all the other days we'll talk about how kind of recreation in small towns kind of is the basis of the community and how they kind of drive everything that goes on.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. So let's talk about time first. What's that class? Tell me a little bit more about the class.
All right.
Yeah.
It's pretty confusing. It's some deep stuff. So we're going over the concept of it, stuff like time only moves in one direction. Can you time travel? Just like the theory of time, like Einstein and stuff like that. So what we're doing now we have an exhibition night at the end of the whole J-term program, and we have to create something that measures time, that represents us and time, of course. And what I am doing, I run track and field. I really like running in general, and so I'm making a sundial out of a shoe, and the different spots between the laces are going to represent some amount of passing time on the sundial.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Why did you choose to take that class?
It just sounded interesting.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, and how about the other class, the fat biking class?
The fat biking class?
And by the way, I'm thinking about having woke up this morning to it being -10.
I know. It's going to be a cold one today. It's Thursday today. We're going out. We usually go out for about 45 minutes, bike around, and then we'll come back and kind of talk about how it was, what was good about it, what was bad about it, and that's what we'll do today. The other days, like I was saying, we talk about how kind of like the recreation in this towns like East Burke and Lindenville are they attract a lot of people. They bring in a lot of money to this community, and that's how we kind of live as a community.
Is that something you knew already, or is that something you're?
Yeah. I live fairly close to the trails, and I've been on them all my life, and I just know that they attract a ton of people, and they're just super popular for this community.
What are you getting out of that class?
Just kind of a better sense of what this, well, I keep saying community a lot, but that's what it is, what this community is built off of, and how we can use recreation and sports to kind of make it stronger and attract more people to kind of build our economy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, the internship.
The internship.
You really like that.
Yeah, I do really like it. It's for the first 2 periods, like I was saying. I get to sit in on the PT doctors and kind of see what they do. I get to use the equipment, see how it is used firsthand, and just basically get a really good feel for it and get an awesome insight.
So are you just observing, or are you also doing things? What else? What do you
So
do?
yeah, I mainly observe, but patients will have like exercise routines when they come in, and I'll help lead them through those. And if a patient comes in and needs to meet with the doctor, they'll invite me in, and I will be able to. I'm not really supposed to kind of touch them, but they'll come in and tell me exactly what they're doing. They're very good, very descriptive when they do it, and I'll just kind of figure things out.
Yeah. So why physical therapy?
I'm an athlete. I'm very thankful for physical therapists, and I just kind of want to give back. Yeah.
So you've had to undergo it yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's where that drives you there, huh?
Yes. Yeah.
How did that relationship come together, that internship?
So like I said, I'm a runner, and messed up my knee running, kind of stepped weird, twisted it just a little bit. My kneecap's a little bit off. So I go to them, and they kind of specialize in orthopedics for like your feet, like your shoe inserts, and the shoe inserts will kind of. I'm very flat-footed, and so that kind of makes my leg tilt inward like this, like right here. And if I'm flat-footed, that kind of puts it this way just a little bit, and so the orthopedics, they push it up, they push the arch in your foot a little bit more, make your leg straighter, and that will help stabilize my knee and my kneecap better.
So you knew them. You knew them. What did you do? Just go knock on their door and say, "Can I intern here?" What did you do?
Well, I talked to faculty here, Jeremy White, who kind of runs the internship programs.
I see.
Yeah.
So he was able to facilitate it?
Yeah, I was like, hey, I really want to check out physical therapy. I'm super interested in it, and he hooked me right up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's great.
Yeah.
Were there any classes last year that you really liked?
Yes, last year the most prominent one for me was acoustic guitar. I really, really like music, and it was a super fun class because you could just go in and kind of strum around on the guitar, and it was a super fun class.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. You just studied how to play, or did you?
Yep. Taught us like the basics, like chords and different strumming techniques. It was cool.
So let's talk about what and you may not know yet, which is fine, but you're a sophomore now?
Yep, so.
When you're thinking about the next several years, what do you think that trajectory looks like?
Well, I hope to be still on the pursuit of physical therapy. I'm super interested in it, and this internship has just stoked that interest even more, and I really hope to try my hardest to continue to pursue that.
Yeah. So finish out high school,
Yeah.
go to college,
Right.
no, community college, you know.
Oh, so right now I'm also doing this program VSAC, where kind of helps you search and prepare for college, and believe it or not, Northeastern's popped up a couple times. Yeah. UVM. I'm just looking for schools with like super nice physical therapy programs that
Yeah.
I'd be able to
Engage in,
engage in, totally utilize to pursue
Right.
the PT career. That's what I really
Right.
looking for.
So, so it sounds like you've been pretty engaged in the classes and J-term and so forth.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if this entire school all year long was J-term? What would that look like?
That'd be interesting.
What would be good? What would be good about it? What might
be good about it?
What
Well,
would be good about it, and what might not be so good about it?
Kids would be able to focus on a path that they wanted, but they'd just be specialized in that path, and that would kind of limit them. If the path didn't work out, it'd limit them to not too many other things if they just were on that one path. And,
Yeah, but let me, I'll push back a little bit.
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, it sounds like this year and last year you've done a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
Thought about time,
Mm-hmm.
played acoustic guitar,
Yeah.
done the physical therapy thing, which was really your interest.
Yeah.
And I forget, there was about a couple other courses probably, right? So,
Yeah.
so in some ways it's expanding your knowledge of things, or in fat biking and economy.
Yeah.
So
That is-
in some ways it's not. I mean, if all you did is intern at physical therapy for 4 years and nothing else, then I guess it could be quite limiting.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like you've been really limited.
Right. Yeah. Well, it would definitely be if our society as like a whole did this and we would just ourselves specialize in one path, then I'm sure it'd work out really well. Like if we all were able to decide what we wanted to do from an early age and just pursue that, then we would just have people that specialize in these specific things all over. And I'm sure for some, like personalities and kids, this kind of program, this kind of schooling is awesome for them, because some kids are very like hands-on and they want to get involved, they want to be there, they want to do things, rather than kind of sitting around all day and being told things constantly. They just they'll kind of absorb the information better when they're in it.
Right. So how would you say teaching and learning looks different in the J term than it does typically?
It leaves, well, I guess it does leave a lot of room for kind of, I was saying it limited, but it also, like you were saying, it does allow some room for a lot of growth, because you can be so kind of flexible with what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know how to put
Do you
it.
think are teachers teaching differently?
Yeah.
Really? What does it look like? How is it different?
Well, the normal kind of regular school-based classes are very kind of set in stone, and they follow a tight schedule. Like, you have to learn a certain amount of things each year, and you learn the same things. It doesn't really change that much. But for J term, like, there'll be new classes every year, and you can try out something new that you've never done before, or do the same thing and get that experience over again. It's kind of neat.
Is the classroom experience different?
It is. It's so for my internship, I'm the only one there,
Right.
and it's not really like a classroom. Like it's the firm, and you
right,
can
right.
walk around and use the equipment, help people. You have more freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot more freedom.
What about like the other ones, like the time one, the fat
time.
biking one, and acoustic guitar? How does teaching and learning look different in those classes?
The teachers kind of leave it to you to learn at your own pace and your own speed. They'll give you the material, and they'll let you kind of expand on your own. Unlike where in a normal classroom setting, like I said, it's very straightforward, strict. This is what you do. Due date, you have to get this done by this day, or you don't make it or whatever.
Do you think you're learning more important things in J-term kinds of classes than regular classes? Yeah, that's a tricky question.
I think it's equally as important. Like, you need your everyday learning skills just as much as you need these extracurricular skills that you get the opportunity to learn during J-term. I think it's just I think they're equally important.